Anton of the Brian Jonestown Massacre. Hello, Anton.
Hello, how are you?
It's nice having you here. I'm good. How are you?
Doing okay. It's been a long tour.
Okay, this is your first time in Greece.
My first ever time.
Ever.
Ever. I didn't go on vacation. I didn't go snowboarding. Never.
How do you like Athens so far?
I haven't seen, I saw the Parthenon for just a second, right? Just the hill for 1 second coming from the airport. It's hard for me to tell, but I figure I'll come back as, with my family or something. Bring my baby when he's a little bit older.
In love with you. So you're currently on tour, and you recently released your 14th album. Wow. What are your future plans?
I'm going to do a soundtrack to a movie when I get back home. I live in Berlin. And for a Scottish movie, I'm doing the whole movie. So it's like a real movie, it'll be in the theaters. And I have a very small son right now. His name's Wolfgang. And he's just 1.5. So to spend time with him, because I've been working since May.
Do you like the whole process of soundtrack?
Well, I don't know. This is my first one.
Yes.
It's something that I wanted to do. I'd like to collaborate with people. I'd also like to be independent of working with anybody and make decisions. And I don't like Hollywood. I used to love movies and love the way that music can make a film better. If you're watching a film and the story, and then all of a sudden something, you're like, what's that sound or the music, and then you're like really into it, and then the higher level is when you're whistling the song later on, like singing in the rain or something. And I just don't feel that anymore in Hollywood. Now it's just like, oh, here's Katy Perry Roar, you leave and they're listening to it or some bullshit, I hate that.
The Hollywood one, but the European one. So
yeah, so I'm hoping to work and do that.
So how easy it is to be productive during all these years and still have inspiration?
Well, my inspiration comes from inside me, I think, so I still enjoy playing music. There was many years, there was almost 10 years before I started this band where I was playing music. We were like 11 and trying to make bands.
Is that true?
Yeah. So I've been playing for a very long time.
When was the first time you realized you wanted to become a musician?
Well, I loved music when I was like 2, and I can remember loving it, but I never realized that I could play it in front of people because I'm very shy until I saw like punk rockers play, and then I was like, these guys are fucking idiots. I can do this. But when you watch the Beatles on TV, there's nothing that they do that relates to me that led me to believe that I could be like that. They're confident, they smile, everybody's screaming. I used to like wet the bed, and people hated me. So it was like I never had the confidence to do that.
Do you remember the first gig you've ever been, or the first album you bought?
Well, the first record that I bought, my mom loved music, and I used to like play her 60s records and all that stuff. and she got very nervous about me scratching them, so she was like, I'm going to take you to the record store, and bought me a record player, a little like Mickey Mouse toy, you know, like children's record player, and she gave me some money of my money, you know, like the holiday money, you know, your aunt and grandma sends you some money for underwear or whatever. She's like, pick one for you. And it was Isaac Hayes, you know, because there's this picture of this black guy holding all these women in his hands, and I was like,
this man.
but I was so small, you know what I mean? I was like, he's so cool, you know, something.
Okay, so you're pioneers of the 60s inspired psychedelic movement. What do you think about the current growing psychedelic movement in music?
I don't really think about it, but I think that any kind of organic thing, style that makes people want to play live music is a good thing. So I don't care what it is, really.
Just motivates people.
Well, I prefer if it's in a limitless form like that, where people can express themselves, or in a traditional form. Like I find like heavy metal only grows more heavy metal, you know? Yeah. And like punk rock's was a little bit different. It was fast, but there's more room to be different things. And then post-punk was even more different things. And psychedelic could be anything. In the 60s, it wasn't anything. It was you know, there was besides like Sgt. Pepper or something where they had jazz, it could be anything. But for everybody else, they just said, oh, fuzz guitar, paisley, wear your mom's shirt, get a perm or something, you know.
Yes. Now you can interpret some.
It could be like Jesus and Mary Chain, it could be anything, right? With keyboards, it could be, just some dreamy kind of music, yeah.
That's nice. So, can you tell us an experience that you think changed you as a person?
Well, lots of different things, you know? So, a lot of different things have changed me as a person. My whole life has not changed. So I think that's a very big question.
Every day you're changing.
You know, but I'll tell you something interesting. So, you know, for a few years I got addicted to opiates. That turned into heroin, right? But not on the street, but a guy with a lot of money living in his house. But
that was a life-changing experience.
Well, no, but to get out of it, you know, people always think this idea in their head that if I could just go back to where I was before I got into trouble. But when you think about that, that would mean you were the same person that would make the mistake again. So you have to become a new person. So a lot of people miss that very fine detail. You have to become a new person. So just that realization is a life-changing realization. Hello, I'm Anton, and you're watching Bunt.gr TV.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.